connecting. Oh, it's connecting. And oh. I don't see anything yet. There we are. Okay, let's see here. So what do we do first? We do our cool little intro, right? Yep. Hey, what's up? All right, here we go. I made this intro for us. Oh no! No, I didn't change the shit. I gotta change my computer. There we go. This might fuck things up for a second.
Caster, fix your shit.
Okay, I know. It's like I've never done this before, right? Okay.
Well, we're about to have World War III in the living room, too.
Uh-oh. There we go. Hi. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hi, girl. Hi. All right. So, like, that started with us. She was working here, and we were both in the shipping room doing something. You were probably shipping something, shipping packages out. Imagine. I don't know why I would have been in there, but like she opened up the blinds, and there was a bird that was sitting on the bush, it was just outside the window, and she just went, "Hi, girl. Hi. What you doing?" And it just cracked me up for some reason.
Popping.
Because this bird was all like, "What's up?"
Just chilling. Wasn't moving. Didn't give two shits about me.
What's up, James and Richard and Sue and Tiger and
Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta get one of those magic mirrors. I see Richard and I see Sue.
That's always felt like doing every time whenever I came into a room and I had to be like, okay, let's read through the chat and see who all's here. Okay, so
absolutely.
I just saw two really funny memes on my Facebook feed that I have to relay to Miss Thing over here. Up here. One first one says, to me, essential oils are what drips out of tacos.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
And the second one has brackets, God creating ducks. Waterproof that chicken and give it a kazoo.
That's classic.
Waterproof that chicken and give it a kazoo.
Indeed. I love it.
And they're quite tasty. Did you know that ducks are actually considered a red meat?
Yeah, I could see that.
We had David and I went to, this was years ago, but we went to when we could afford it, the melting pot, and the
I know it well.
Right, and the dish that we had included duck,
Mm-hmm.
and and it was so good. It was so tasty. We just couldn't believe it. I mean, I've had duck before, but I don't know. The duck that we had that night was just really good, and but it was like red. You know, it looked like a red meat, and we looked it up, and yeah, it is not considered a white meat. It is considered a red meat.
Makes sense to me.
So there you go. Well, we'll be here when you get back, James.
Here, James, you can have some of mine.
Oh, look at her offering you some iced coffee
but
from From
I mean,
look, a woman offering you iced coffee, that's like, what is that? That's like, I mean, we women, we hoard our iced coffees.
true story. And oh my God, I can't even tell you. I must have
Yeah.
I must have 15 different syrups in there.
Oh, geez.
And they're all like they're the skinny ones. They're 0 sugar, 0 calories. I can have as much as I want.
Well, okay, so if you have 15 different flavors in there,
Mm-hmm.
how many, okay, so what kind of flavors are we talking here? Like, what kind
I,
of concoction do we need to make this in a vape?
well, this is just mocha. I just made a mocha tonight.
Oh, you mean 15 squirts of the same flavor, like just a whole bunch of
No,
like,
no, no. I have 15 bottles of flavorings in there.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah,
But you didn't
I've
put
got
all of them in one coffee.
no, no, no.
All right,
I
I
can,
misunderstood. I
yeah, no, I
misunderstood.
can literally make any flavor iced coffee I want. I have one in there that is pumpkin cinnamon scone.
I was gonna say it's basic white bitch
It's
season.
mid season. Although, did you see my meme the other day?
No.
Uh, yeah,
I'll
on
have
the
to go look it
page,
up. I'm gonna
I,
go
I
look it
put,
up.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Said what I said.
All right, let me go look it up.
Says to all you pumpkin spice lovers.
Or let's see, I woke up like this. And by like this, I mean confused and in desperate need of coffee.
Well, yeah,
Oh, dear pumpkin spice lovers, you are wrong. Sincerely, apple cider. Yes, I did see that one.
it's true.
I just don't understand why there isn't room for both.
Well, I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying, like, given the choice, if I have a gun to my head and I've got to pick one, I'm picking apple cider.
I'm picking pumpkin spice. I am completely a basic white bitch.
Yeah, that's
I
okay.
mean,
There is room for both.
love me or hate me, I am a basic white bitch.
Mm. But yeah, I have 3 different pumpkin flavors. I have 3 different Christmas flavors. And then the others are just generic, you know, whatever.
Vanilla, caramel,
Yeah, all the
chocolate.
caramels, all the chocolates. I have toasted marshmallows, s'mores.
Oh my.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we have a s'mores one. This shirt does not work with the necklace that I've been wearing. Every day, every
Oh,
day I have been wearing this ever since she got it for me, guys. Look at this. Can you see? It's 2 little hearts
it is
connected.
too hard. My favorite though was the box it came in.
The box it came in was pretty cool. That's at home. I
Yeah.
don't have that to show off. But fact of the matter is, as I eloquently put in my post, she is the Iggy to my Ruth, the Clary to my Weezer, and the what was it, the Violet to my Isabel, or the Isabel to my Violet, I think is, or
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
So
the necklace came in a box that said Mary had Elizabeth, uh,
Naomi had Ruth.
Naomi had Ruth, and I have you.
He's so
Unbiological sisters. All right,
no wait,
so
and I'm a little
what?
ashamed to say I don't. Who's Naomi and Ruth? I should have
They're
asked.
Bible characters.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's why.
Ruth from the
That's
Bible.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Naomi was a biblical name.
Yeah. So would you like to see the baby blanket that I am making for Miss Taylor?
Hell yeah, I want to see that.
So I've had to
Because I have to
redo it.
spend money.
I had to
As
redo it.
Auntie Jen, I have to spend money.
I started off making this one.
Oh, it's so sweet.
It is. But the brown was throwing me off. Even though it kind of matches her colors
I
that she
understand.
picked for the nursery, it was still throwing me off as being a true baby blanket. So I'm just going to keep it and make it a scarf.
Okay.
And that will be mine.
Okay. Oh, for
But
those of you, if you're a little lost, Kimber cannot go, but I am going back to Savannah. Not this weekend, not next weekend, the following weekend, for my, you know what, niece,
it's your niece. Yeah.
unbiological niece's baby shower.
Yeah.
She's having a baby. Little Miss Allie Mae is going to be here, I think, in December.
Mm-hmm. Um, So yeah, so I am making what they call a 3D V-stitch. And this is the beginning of it.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
I love that.
So, and the best part about this, stretchy and squishy.
I
It's
love
all
that.
soft and squishy.
See, now I'm gonna have to learn how to make that stitch. I like that stitch.
It's nice. And then I'm gonna put a I think I'm gonna put the same kind of border I put on my grandmother's lap gown, which is a reverse shell stitch. It makes it look like the edge has this like whirly gig all the way around. Instead of just scalloped edges,
I like whirligigs.
it has like little whirly gigs.
I like whirligigs. See, people don't say whirligig enough.
They don't. They
You know
don't.
what? That's what my dad used to call, the little helicopters that you throw, the little
Oh
leaves.
yeah, the little
He called
leaves.
them
Yeah,
whirligigs.
whirly gigs. Yeah, we always called those just helicopters. But
I
you're
mean,
right.
yeah, I mean, all my
Need
friends
whirly
called them helicopters too, but my daddy called them whirligigs. Maybe it's a northern thing versus a southern thing. I don't know.
maybe.
My dad was a northern boy. My mama was a northern girl. I am a southern girl.
Indeed.
She is a southern girl. And she comes from a long line of southern people.
A long line of southern ladies. Yeah.
But so yeah, so I had quite a few things going on the last couple of weeks. She went to go visit her mama at the beach, and then it was my birthday. It was our birthday weekend actually. We went to Savannah, and we had a wonderful time. It was
You,
like the best birthday ever. Like really. And
yeah.
I'm including the time I got a pony for my birthday. My parent, I was like, how old was I? It was like second grade.
Oh my God. You had an actual pony like
I
for the
did.
day or
Yes, they
oh
rented
wow.
a pony to come to the house.
Oh my God. I
And
would have
we
been in
all,
heaven.
I know, we all got to ride the pony. I have a horseshoe from that. I still have it somewhere. I don't know where it is,
So
but I have a
fun
horseshoe.
fact, I grew up with horses.
I did not know that.
We had anywhere from 1 to 3 horses for years and years and years. Um, my mother was an avid horse rider. Like she she was amazing. Um, and my dad had a couple of different horses, but it was always horses. And I was like 6 or 7, so I couldn't ride any by myself. And I hated the fact that we did not have any ponies. And I begged for ponies. Never got a fucking pony. Never got a fucking pony.
Ponies are kind of, this one was not a jerk dar thing. Well, I mean, it was a long time ago. I mean, it was literally 40 years ago. But it was these two women, and they pulled up to the house. They had a trailer and a little pony in it, and they brought the pony around to the back of the house, and basically we all got to take turns riding on the pony. I had, I don't know, probably 6 or 7, maybe 8 friends there, and um, so we all got to take turns riding the pony, and I remember it was funny because the lady who was running the thing at the end of it, she said, "Okay," she said, "Well, there is something on me that you get to keep." And I had already commented how cool I thought her sunglasses were, right? So she's like, "Okay, there's something on me that you get to keep. You need to guess what it is." And I was like, "Is it your sunglasses?" She's like, "No, no, no, that was sunglasses." She had a horseshoe stuck in her back pocket, her jeans back pocket. And
Wow.
so she said, "Nope, that's yours. I got to keep the horseshoe," which I
Neat.
mounted over my bedroom door, face up, so it can keep all the luck inside.
Right, right.
And I don't know where that. I still have it. It used to be hanging up in one of my room, but I mean, I've had roommates over the
Oh, were
years.
you really, Tiger? That's cool.
That's really awesome. I
I
haven't.
bet that was the hell for your mom, but Okay.
I haven't, yeah, I don't get to ride horses that often, but I think they're dust spider, yeah, right? Exactly, luck, dust spiders. Um, but I think they're amazing, majestic creatures, and I'm envious of anybody who gets to spend any amount of time around them. Because beyond that, like my horse experience was basically like going to camp, like summer camp, or
Right.
if I happen to, you know, if my parents happen to be visiting a friend who happened to have some horses, kind of thing, or a specific, going out and to a place that offers, horse rides, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very. I've only got because me and me and David were just talking about this actually because I don't know why. Um, when you're on like when especially if you're taking like a horse riding lesson, why they make you trot? Why is that even a thing? It is so uncomfortable and it's so painful. Okay, and it can't be comfortable to the horse to have somebody bouncing up and down like when you're. I
Well,
mean, I
they
know
don't.
you're supposed to
Yes, ma'am.
stand and you're supposed to stand in the stirrups, of course, when
Well,
you're trotting, but
they do it to women of a certain age for a certain reason. Once you're 18, they do it on purpose
eh.
because when you try it, you go like this.
Oh, all right, all right.
I was
Builds like my
convinced that was the only reason.
now Tiger has a good because it builds like muscles, but I'm telling you, I have gotten up to a gallop like maybe twice in my life, and it's amazing, right? If you've ever been on a horse and you walk, of course, there's a walk, there's a fast walk, there's a trot, and then there's the gallop, right? And when it's like if the horse is trotting along, it's all bouncy and it's
Yeah,
painful and it's just
it's not enjoyable.
but if they go into a gallop,
It's
it's
smooth.
so
Oh
smooth.
yeah, it's like
Oh
you're
my
riding
God, you
on
are
a
just
lake of glass.
one with the wind. I mean,
Hmm.
it is amazing.
All right,
So,
I have a funny story about that too. You ready?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We go on my ex and I. We go on our honeymoon to Cancun, and one of the little things that we went and did was we took a trail ride through the woods, ending up with a beach. It ended on the beach, and then we'd turn around and come back. So we go and we're on our horses. Now, Mike was not very, you know, equine friendly. Um, so
Equine.
he was not as
You can tell she's a
agile.
Southern girl. Equine.
Yeah, he was not as agile on his horse as he could have been. And his horse was like, "Get this motherfucker off me! I'm done." So he kept like trying to turn back while we were on the trail and everything. And I was cracking up because my horse was doing exactly what it was supposed to do. And I'm like, "He's a good boy.
He's a
Um,
good boy.
he's a good boy." All right, so we're going down the trail. We finally, get his horse acting right, and we're going on down. And the trail guide has turned around to go back because one of the people in the back of the pack had lost their raincoat. We all had raincoats because it was kind of weird weather that day, and she had lost her raincoat off her horse. Well, instead of making her get down and figure it out, um, the guide says, y'all keep going, and he goes back to get it. Right? All right. So we keep going. Well, the horses obviously have done this 12 times a day for the last 100 years. They know
Right.
exactly where they're going and what they're doing. So as we start coming out of the forest area and the beach is looming, they know it and they start getting excited. So they start speeding up. By the time all four hooves were in sand, we were at a full gallop. I mean,
Nice.
full on. Now,
Must have looked like a movie, riding horses in the
yes,
surf.
exactly. Exactly. The problem is we weren't in the surf, we were in the sand. And if you were not the lead horse, you got sand in your face. That's all you got. Yeah.
Oh,
So that part was
okay.
not quite as enjoyable, but I mean, I'm going. We're at it, right? We're just rocking. And as we stop, Mike and I are both, smiles out to here and everything. And the guide comes back. He's caught up to us now. He walks, or he's walking up towards the front with the horse, and looks back and gets this huge smile, like across this, like this weirdly creepy smile on his face. And I'm like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Now I thought he was like laughing at how excited we were, right?
Sure.
And I reached down to grab the horn of the saddle and realized that my very fashionable pink button-up shirt had come open and all the way down to my navel. It hit
Was
all the
wearing a
buttons.
bra?
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hello. I don't go anywhere without a bra. But
I know you can't let these puppies run free.
no. Yeah, no. Even in my 20s, I was like 24, 23 then.
Yeah.
Even then, no.
No, you don't let them run free.
But yeah, my shirt is wide open for anybody who wants to see it. And I was like, I'm mortified now. and I was like, that creepy motherfucker. That's what that smile was for. You're welcome. That's your tip. Enjoy it.
I had one. I went on a trail ride once, and it was a group of people, and like you said, these horses take this trail, 10 times a day for however many years, so they know exactly where they're going and what to do. But my horse was, and we were just walking the trail, but my horse was like lagging. I was all like, I kept nudging him. I'm like, speed up, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
speed up a little bit, and he would not speed up, no matter how much I kicked him. He would not speed up. Except at the very end, because there was this huge hill they had to get up at the very end. And I mean, I saw the hill approaching, but he just took me by surprise when he all of a sudden took off,
Yeah,
and he went to get up that hill. And then I started pulling, and I kind of feel bad even to this day that I pulled on the reins, because I was like, I was sending him mixed messages, because I'm like, no, don't pull on the reins. You're going up a huge hill.
Yeah. Lucky you didn't go over backwards.
But it was a really, really big hill, and it was so that he had to take a running start to get up it. But it just surprised me when he did it,
Oh, yeah.
It's like, because I was like going, this slow ass horse is never gonna make it up that hill.
Well, you better kick it into third or something. You gotta do something to get up his hill.
One time at summer camp.
This one time
At band camp. That we actually took horseback riding lessons, or I always took horseback riding lessons when I was at summer camp, but they decided to have us go ride. Now, none of y'all make jokes, okay? This is what it's called. You ride bareback.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And the teens that rode rodeo bulls and bareback broncs sure as hell won't do that anymore, right? Oh, yeah. But so here's the thing, like, these are things that happen in your childhood that you remember for the rest of your life. I got so mad at the instructor because you're supposed to get off and on the horse on the same side, right? You never want to get off on the wrong side, because it confuses the horse and the horse could kick you, right? So see, this sounds sexual, and it's not. I'd gotten up on the horse. I'm not going to say mounted.
There you go.
I got up on the horse.
Mounted her steed.
Mounted my steed. There you go. Got up on my horse, right? And it was, like I said, it was the bareback year. And I'm sitting there, and they were like, well, just wait here for a minute. They were dealing with something else. And so I'm sitting there being cool. My horse is being cool. No problem. And he shifted his back legs at some point, and his spine shifted. And his spine shifted in such a way that I literally just went sliding off the wrong side.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm standing there with one foot on the ground, one foot up on the horse.
But that was an interesting fight.
And I get yelled at. I got yelled at by the instructors for getting off on the wrong side. I'm like, dude, I
I
didn't
didn't
get off on the
get
wrong
off.
side.
I slid
I
off.
slid
There's a
off,
difference.
okay? It was not my fault.
Yeah. It's funny though. My dad was born in Kentucky. So his whole life revolved around horses, you know. My grandmother to this day still bets on the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because her and her best friend, Helen, they're both, I mean, my grandmother was born in 1925. So she's 96 right now.
Still alive?
Oh, yeah. And still, like, you can't tell she's 96 unless you watch her try to walk. That's about it.
That's awesome.
But her and her best friend, Helen.
She's not a smoker, is she?
Huh?
She's not a smoker, is she?
She started smoking at 75 years old.
Is she still smoking?
Yes.
And she started smoking at 75?
At
Boy, that
75.
throws some of the statistics.
Here's what's even funnier. She was living in Tampa with her daughter, my aunt, and her mother. Her mother was already into Alzheimer's and going, going down. But she hid her smoking from her mother. At 75 years old, she was hiding on the back patio smoking. She would not go anywhere else and smoke.
Her mama must have been 95 herself.
Mamaw died at 103.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, you got some long ass bloodlines. I'm going to have you around for a long time. I like
ma'am.
it.
Yes, ma'am. All the men die before 65. All the women die over 100.
Nice.
Yeah.
No wonder your mama won't quit smoking. She's like, ah.
Well, she's on the other side of the tree. Yeah, she does not come from a long line of anything. I don't know where she got her genes from, but yeah, she's amazing. But yeah, no, Mama was 103, and it's funny. She probably would have lasted longer, but when she was probably, I want to say 94-ish, she went to Publix with my grandmother and got on one of the little wheel cart things, and the little bag boy dude was coming to help her adjust it or whatever. And when he did, he didn't, I don't know if he didn't put it back or if he unlocked it, but the seat lock wasn't engaged anymore. So when her cart started going this way, her seat went this way, and she ended up hitting her head on the grocery store floor.
That killed her?
No, but from that moment on, she just went straight downhill. She instantly started forgetting people, got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, everything.
Like he literally knocked the I'm gonna live forever gene loose?
Something, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But up until that moment, she didn't talk to you just like we are. I mean, she was fine.
Did you guys sue Publix?
I'm sure they did. I don't know a whole lot about it. I was brand new.
This is your grandmother and great grandmother, yeah. So
yeah. So I don't really know a whole lot about.
You said wait, Publix was around back then?
Yeah.
We didn't have Publix here in Georgia then.
No, they were in Florida though. But yeah, she was fine up until then. And she probably, knowing her, she'd still be here today. She wasn't going anywhere.
Wow.
Unless it was on her terms, Talk about Southern women. Ooh. Miss Maggie Dove Parham was from Jackson, Mississippi.
Her middle name was Dove.
Her middle name was Dove.
Dove.
And her first name was not Margaret, it was Maggie.
Maggie Dove.
Maggie Dove. And her daughter, Martha Nell.
Martha Nell. Okay.
Martha Nell. Yeah. And it's so funny because she named her daughter Joanne, And then I came along as Kimberly Ann, and they really wanted me to go by Kimberly Ann. I said, well, then you should have made that my whole first name, because that ain't what we're going by.
You still ain't going by Kimberly.
Well, my grandmother calls me Kimberly. She's the only one that still does. My mom usually says Kim. My brothers, God only knows what they call me.
Bitch, mostly, I would imagine.
Bitch, most of the time. Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. I know. I was agreeing with you. But yeah, no. I've been Kimber since, let's see, 1988, I think. Somewhere around there.
So around 8th, 9th grade?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's about the time that you try to, like, give yourself a cool name. I could see that.
Yeah, I think it was actually 10th grade. The teacher said Kim, and about 12 of us turned to look. I said, that's enough. I'm ready.
See, and that did not work for me because I was Jennifer, and there were like I graduated like 6 other Jennifers.
Yeah.
I was the 7th, and
Our parents were not very unique.
well, here's the thing. Like I still this day I still tease my mother, about it, naming me something so common, and I mean, come on, guys, seriously. If y'all look at any baby name books or whatever, literally, like the majority of the 80s, Jennifer was the most popular name.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, and I'm like, why would you name me something so common and boring? Blah 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 blah. She's like, you don't understand. When we named you that, nobody was named Jennifer.
See, that was what my parents said too, and I'm like, how is it possible that this many fucking people decided at once to call their child Kimberly?
That's what I said. I said, well, everyone else was thinking the same thing.
Bullshit. But on the upside, you can find any fucking thing with your name on it. Any fucking thing.
All right. I saw somebody posted that. Who was it? I can't remember now. Somebody posted that said, here's to all the weird named kids who can never find their name on all the, on personalized stuff. And I was like, well, shout out also to those who have really common names because their name is always sold out.
Okay, that's valid. I will give you that.
Seriously, I can't begin to tell you how many times I was looking at some keychain or some necklace or whatever, and I'm looking and looking for Jennifer, and boom, empty slot.
You know what? And now that I think about it, there's usually one Kimberly left, or none. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, because I don't know why I bothered to look. There wasn't going to be a Kimber anywhere, but every now and then they'd have Kim. They always had Kimberly or a slot for Kimberly. But yeah, you're right. It was mostly empty.
Yes. There's a Kimberly in my family. On my mom's side, there's a Kimberly. And yeah. I think she likes to go by Kimber too. Well, we always just called her Kim. I never could get into the Kimber thing. Because like I said, when you grow up with somebody, and, even sometimes I catch myself, my one cousin, my oldest cousin on my mom's side is Melissa. And, but I grew up calling her Missy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a little old to be called Missy now,
Right.
She's like 51 now, I think, so
right. Yeah.
She's a little old to be called Missy, so I do tend to, try to remember to call her Melissa, but I still catch myself calling her Missy.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of school friends that, when they reply to me or whatever, they'll go, yeah, Kim, exactly. And I'm like, not me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's what you get used to.
And yeah, and I grew up with Kim, just calling her Kim. But I do think that her friends call her Kimber, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I told you a nickname that I had for a long time. When I was working at Peachtree Software, because I was there for so long, that's where Peach Tech came into play.
Peach Tech.
Sure. But no, a lot of people just call me Noli, because when people would ask my name and I'd say Kimber, and they'd look at me like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Oh, no Lee.
I would
Kimber,
say
no
it's
Lee.
like Kimberly with no Lee. And so, yeah, a lot of my friends then just started calling me No Lee.
Well,
So
unfortunately,
yeah.
when I was in high school, because there were so many Jennifers, a lot of times people would just resort to calling us by our last names to differentiate us.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a terrible last name.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what it is like to go through high school with a name like Coot?
Excuse me, I was Buckner.
I was
Rhyme,
Coot.
it rhymes with fuck her. Okay?
Hello, have you ever circle, circle, dot, dot, dot. Now I got my cootie shot.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you, friend. I'm with you.
People were literally giving themselves shots to stay away from me.
Yeah. I mean, we've all got the stories, you know.
Kids are assholes.
They really are. They really are. Wait a minute. What the hell did I do here? I think I dropped a stitch. Hang on. I'm so confused right now.
What about you guys? Come on. Some of you guys got to have terrible name stories.
Got to.
Got to.
Oh my God, I dropped it all the way back to there. Son of a bitch.
Oops.
Now the question is, do a frog 2 rows to fix an issue right here?
Frog?
Yeah. When you mess up on a stitch and you have to go back, you know, to that stitch, they call it frogging. You know why? Because as you pull it, you're going, you rip it out, and you rip it out, rip it out. It's frogging.
I never heard. I didn't know that.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. All right, you know what? They say that in order to keep.
Okay, wait. Okay, so Lefebvre? 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 Lefebvre. How do you pronounce it, Dorothy?
Lefebvre.
Lefebvre. Lefebvre.
That reminds me of that Bill Cosby skit where he's talking about the fire in his mouth at the dentist office.
Uh-huh.
Where he starts drilling and then he goes, and you see and smell smoke.
Right?
Like, smoke, fiber. Do you understand fiber?
Fiber!
Exactly.
Smoke, 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 smoke.
Call you Adam all the time? Why would they call you Adam? Never mind. I'm so sorry I said that. I get it all the time. I get Amber. I get Stacy. I get all kinds of, and I'm like, I clearly said Kimber. Like, I'm not drinking right now. I clearly said Kimber. Where the hell did you get this name from? Americans usually go Lefebvre.
Lefebvre. Lefebvre. Lefebvre.
There you go.
American, stupid, American, yeah. Lefebvre.
Stupid American.
Is stupid, like Lefebvre, stupid American. I don't know if I'm making fun of the French or if I'm making fun of Americans when I do that.
Little of both. And it's appropriate.
Equal opportunity insulter.
Indeed. We do like it.
Well, you know, I went from, have a name like Coot to have a name like Higginbotham. I got no room to talk. You people who have common last names, you really don't understand how good you have it. Right. Seriously. You do not get it, okay? Like when I, meet somebody whose name is, David Logan.
Yeah.
It's like you just do not understand.
How do they even know how to spell their name? They never had to do it.
I mean, David's kids must have been in 2nd grade before they learned how to spell their name.
But they became a pro at it real quick.
Right.
But the good news is that with names like ours, we always know when there's a telemarketer on the phone. Yes. Because they always hesitate before they say the name. It
Yes.
cracks, and then of course they screw it up, but it
Yes.
cracks me up when I hear, Addington. Yeah, that's me.
Somehow David's name got put on some mailing list or some call list that got, and once your name gets put there, it gets circled around to,
Oh yeah,
hundreds of different places, right?
forever.
But somehow it got put on as David Hightower.
Oh my god.
And but it was awesome because anytime somebody called for David Hightower, I'm like, nope, nobody here by that name.
Sorry for you. Oh, funny. Speaking of telemarketers and such, I had a guy come to the door yesterday wanting to give me a free estimate on my windows, right? I
Okay.
said, dude, I'm getting ready to sell this house. I ain't interested. But I had on my I fight for our right shirt,
To
right?
vape? Oh, your vaping
Yeah,
shirt.
the
Okay.
yeah the GSFA shirt,
Okay.
and he's like, oh, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, wait, let me show you. And he pulls out his mod. I was like, hell yeah! And he's like, you don't happen to have an extra tip, do you? Mine just broke. I said, hang on. I got a drawer full. What you want? I said, you need 5, 10, 8, 10. What you need? He's like, well, my husband needs one too. Do you have 2 of them? Yes, sir, I do. 2 that I will never touch because they're the little bitty, cheap ass standard black ones that come with everything. I ain't never
Right.
gonna use
Yep.
them.
Yep.
You can have them.
I got
It'll
me a
get you
whole.
through.
Yep. I got me a whole little case full of them here. There you go. Look
Yep,
at that. Yep.
exactly. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool. That's fabulous. Just fabulous.
Oop. Oh, you gotta see something funny. So a friend of mine found her mother's the hell do they call those notebooks? Um the ones with no spiral. It's all bound. The little black and
Like
white marble.
a stenographer or a
The
I know we used to have to get them
composition.
for composition, but we had to get them for science class.
Yeah, the composition book.
Hi, Sofky.
Oh my God!
It's
He
Sofky.
lives!
Did you see his latest picture? He has
I
a
did!
beard
I
and a
saw him on. I was
a
like,
full goatee going
I
on,
said, where's my shopkeeping? What are you doing all this?
growing facial hair and
I know.
shit.
It's like he's a grown up or something.
What?
I don't know where he gets off thinking he could just grow up like that. But whatever. Anyway, she found her mother's composition book that was full of all her recipes. And she posted them. And look at this. I saved every single one of them. Like, it's all of her mother's
Oh,
recipes.
I know that one. I printed that off.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saved all of them.
Yeah, I totally printed that off. I have that in my cookbook at home because it's all crock pot and casseroles.
Yes, it is. I was like, fuck yeah.
And I printed that off because I was doing it when my friend Adam stopped by here to get some juice and yeah, he was like, he goes, I have a crock pot. I was like, this is perfect for a bachelor, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, print that out for me.
And of course, a lot of those are not keto friendly, so I had to make some adjustments.
No, they're not, but I made the Tuscan chicken one.
Oh yeah.
And and guess who was here last Friday? This is why we didn't cast last Friday. I was gonna cast last Friday, but Sweet Melissa showed up. You don't know who Sweet Melissa is, but they might know who Sweet Melissa is. Yeah, all you guys in here should know who Sweet Melissa is. Sweet Melissa was taking her son and his girlfriend were moving. I don't know the whole story. I'm assuming because we asked her about moving to her mother's house in Alabama. And we asked her why she was moving, and she said, my dad's an asshole. So, what I gather from that is that she was living with her dad, and Marcus was living with, of course, his mom, Melissa. And she, had a fight with her dad, and she's going to move and live with her mom, but he didn't want to lose her, so he's moving with her to Alabama. I don't know. I mean, I'm just assuming.
Okay.
But But yeah, so she brought down she also had her other son Marcus with him, so it was the four of them, and we
Yeah.
had some yummy barbecue and we hung
Mm-hmm.
out and we had a good time.
Nice.
And on her way back, she was going to stop on her way back, but she actually stopped in North Carolina and hung out with Watch for a while.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it was good to see sweet Melissa. And
Awesome.
here's some of their stories and what's been going on and whatnot. If you guys, you may or may not know, if you're friends with Melissa on Facebook, Gatekeeper, her husband, he passed away a few years ago now, like two,
Mm.
2 years ago now, I think. It was crazy. Over the course of like a year, he had like 10 heart attacks and 2 strokes.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was like every time they'd release him from the hospital, he'd be back a day later with another freaking heart attack. It was just crazy.
Mm.
Um, so that was very, very rough time for them. Um, but yeah, so they seem to be doing okay. They seem to be doing all right. So
Oh.
it was nice to see them. Um, but yeah, so that's what happened last Friday.
Well, you should tell
Um,
them what happened last weekend.
what happened last
What
weekend?
What did we do?
What did we do? Oh!
Oh,
See, that
really?
happened Friday, and then we had to do this on Saturday. Okay, so Miss Thing up here, hey, she finds cool shit to do all the time. There's this thing. It's an app called Clued Up. It's got two D's, Clued, CLUEDDUP, and they have these events that they sponsor, and they may sponsor them in your area, so you should check them out. Where it's like a you're like a detective, and you have to figure out. It's like a whodunit thing, okay? And basically, it's like an adult version of Pokemon Go. Really, because you go to this certain area, right? And you have to walk around. Maybe you can, well, we actually only walked a part way. We ended up driving the rest of the
Well, I mean, we had her mom, and my back was
way. We
sore, and
did. We did.
yeah.
Who is calling me?
Tell them we were busy.
Nope. Um, so, um, so I went to Alpharetta, which is where this thing was taking place. And when you check in, and you can, it was like $50, I think, for the ticket, you said. And but then once you buy one ticket, you pick your teammates. Like you can pick up to 5 other people to be on your team. And we had 6 people, but then
Yeah.
FJ couldn't make it. And then, well, David was kind of being a big baby, but we won't go there. Um, so it was just the four of us. It was me and Peach and my mom and her son Devin. And so you have to go around, and once you get to like basically there's all these little checkpoints all around like the little downtown Alpharetta Square. Um, so when you walk to a place to a checkpoint, it's like you're meeting a person and you get all these clues, right? So you get to
Then to
interview,
question the witnesses.
question them, you interview them, you take their statements, and then you can ask questions, and you have so many questions and so many informants, right? You have the people who are willing to tattle on other people for you. And basically, once you go to all these checkpoints, then you have to decide who done it.
And
And
like, you really have to figure it out because
yeah,
it's not like a
and
no, try again.
most of them have like a riddle you have to solve.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and they're not easy riddles. Like the first couple ones were pretty easy, but then they started getting a little hard. We didn't get one of them. We didn't get because they docked us some time for that one because we didn't
Yeah.
get it. They had to give it to us. Um, but then and so then once you've gone to all these places, you've done all the riddles, and you've collected all the clues, and then you have to figure out who done it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we did. We figured out who done
Yeah,
it.
we
Yeah,
did.
we did. We were
Well, let
like,
me tell you, anybody who's thinking about doing this, bring a teenager with you. Just bring a teenager with you.
I
They
thought
have
it
no
was
problem jumping out of the car and running to the location to get the clue, or running
I,
over
th-
here to do this or
I thought it was
whatever.
two D's, not two P's.
Well, that's their website, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what that
She's right. I was wrong. It's clued up. Up.
It's up.
Clued up. Not clued up. It's clued up. Okay.
But
But it's an app. You put the app on your phone, and then like one person is a team leader, and like they have to scan the other people in so that they know you're on the team. I mean,
it
it
was fun.
definitely was work. I mean, there was definitely some effort that had to go into it, but it was fun.
Yeah, it
It took
was.
us about 3 hours to do it, and
And
apparently
that's a
somebody managed to
cheesecake.
fly through it in 48 minutes. They were the winners.
Yeah, because you can see the leaderboard as you're going through the game. And they had
There ain't no
different
way you would
prizes.
have done that in 48 minutes. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Even if you were like a long distance runner, you could not have run to all those places and read all those clues and answered all them
Hmm.
riddles in
Yeah,
48 minutes. Whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
But I mean, they were giving out like actual prizes for the team that was the fastest. They had a prize for their costumes, and it
And
was
you know what
really
else?
cool to see these little clusters of people
Oh
everywhere.
my God, they were everywhere.
Yeah,
And people were like dressed up. We saw somebody dressed up like Carmen Sandiego. We saw
a
somebody
lot of
dressed up like
Sherlock
Where's
Holmes.
Waldo. We saw a lot of Sherlock Holmes. We saw a lot of people having like the hats and the pipe,
Yeah,
and
the long pipe or the specialty T-shirts they had made.
yes,
It was a lot.
team
Here's what's
T-shirts.
funny:
People had team T-shirts.
team T-shirt. Um, it is so much like when Pokemon first came out,
It really
but
was. People were walking around
since you were
everywhere.
already set up in teams of 6, your whole group went, spot to spot instead of everybody just going everywhere. Um, it was neat though because I think what I liked the most about it is that it wasn't a kids game. It was an
No.
actual grown up figure this shit out type of game.
Yeah.
And because I mean I enjoy puzzles and brain games and things like that, but I really don't enjoy it when it's so easy that a 5-year-old could also be doing it, at the same time. I don't enjoy those as much. So yeah, this was much more enjoyable.
It was. We first went to Goldberg's, which is like a little sort of like breakfast coffee
It's a bagel
house.
shop,
It's a bagel shop, and
but they have
we
other breakfasts.
they did, and we had us some breakfasts. She had some eggs Benedict. I had me an omelet. Um,
I
but it
thought
comes.
3 of y'all had omelets.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like how normally like when you get like eggs somewhere, like you get a side of like toast or a biscuit. Well, here you get toast, biscuit, or a bagel. I was like, bring on that bagel.
Bring on the bagels.
She
They had a
get she
keto bagel.
They did
Oh
have
my
a keto
God, it
bagel.
was
I
so
did not
good.
get the keto bagel.
I
I got
did.
I
And
got a
it
pumpernickel bagel and it was so good.
Well, I got the keto one and it was not cardboard. It was actual bread. It was amazing.
They brought me the wrong bagel first. They brought me a rye bagel and that does taste like cardboard to me. So I hate rye. I just can't stand that taste.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take pumpernickel any day of the week. Oh my God.
Pumpernickel was
And
good.
cream cheese. Jesus. Get away from my mouth.
Oh, what was it? And what was that flavor the flavor of the cream cheese that she brought out that was so yummy?
The garden veggie.
Was it
Isn't that
that
what
one?
you had? The vegetable.
Was that the one? Yeah. Wait, was it? I don't remember. I know it was really good though.
Yeah.
It was
It was
very,
a
very
good little
tasty.
brunch.
So yeah, so our bellies were full
Hmm.
and we went out to do this thing and it was so much fun and it like I said, and you know what? Those people who did it in 48 minutes, you know what? They didn't get their money's worth.
No.
That's like $1 a minute.
No. Yeah, exactly. And
It took
not
us
only
three
that,
hours to do it. We enjoyed our $50.
well, and that's the thing. For 2 to 3 hours of entertainment, um, at $50 for 6 people, that's less than $10 a piece
Yep.
for 2 to 3 hours of entertainment. So, I mean, that's less than a movie.
Yep.
A lot less than a movie.
Yep.
Um, and you're out and about, in the fresh air, and walking around, getting exercise, unless you do it in the car like we did.
Yeah. Because what we would do is we drove around in the car. Well, I mean, we walked for the first
About an
hour.
hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we walked around for the first hour. But then Mom was starting to get tired, and her back was hurting, and
Whew.
it was hot and humid because, we're in the South.
Hell,
Um,
Atlanta.
and so we decided to go to the car and finish out in the car. And so we drove around to the spots we needed to go to. But if we couldn't drive to the spot, we just had Devin jump out and run.
Exactly.
Because we made him the team leader. And once he actually, once his GPS clocked him into the right area, the information popped up on all our phones.
Yep.
So
Once the
it
team
was
leader
great.
got it, everybody got it. So yeah, we were just like, okay, go, Devin.
And he was fine with it.
Oh yeah, he had no problem. We stopped by Walgreens, got everybody some waters, and
Yeah, because it was hot.
it was
It was
it was
very
crazy
hot
hot.
and humid.
But
I
this
mean, I got me a big old liter bottle of water, and like Mom got one too, and like I finished mine, and I drank half of hers before we were done.
but hello fall. Oh my God.
I know.
Right now, every door and window in my house is open. I haven't run the
nice.
AC in 2 days.
It was a little warm today.
Well, yeah, it definitely is warmer in here right now. But I was like, fuck it, I'm not turning it on because in a minute it's gonna cool right back down again anyway.
Yeah. No, I was a little chilly this morning. I almost didn't want to get
I
out of
know,
bed.
I was too. I got on pants.
I was
have
cuddling with my dogs in the bed, like I don't think I need to get up.
Yep. I got up and I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna open everything up, and I pulled up my app and it said 50 something. And I went, damn, I guess I better break out my leggings because yeah, I have actual pants on today.
I had a 65-pound pit bull on one side, a little 12-pound Shih Tzu on the other.
You were comfy.
I was comfy.
You were good.
I was laying in bed playing my Facebook or playing my little phone games and listening to my book. And I was like, I ain't getting up.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a good time though. And I will definitely have to do that again. But now, here in about a week, a whole new adventure is happening. And yeah, you already know
I'm
about it.
supposed to ask. I know I'm supposed to answer you about that, but I don't know because I gotta go back to Savannah the following weekend.
I understand. But
I mean, I guess David could go.
the Renaissance Festival is opening up their doors for the month of October. And it has changed names. It is now called The Village,
For Halloween.
where evil lives.
Halloween. Y'all,
And
do you realize in 1 week it will be October?
yeah,
I mean, 2020 was like the year that didn't happen, right? I mean, it just didn't happen. And like 2021 is the year that just flew
it's
by.
lying.
It's
Absolutely.
October, people. It is October.
But so I have a Renaissance dress that a mutual friend of ours altered for me so it would actually fit me.
Jennifer?
And, yep.
Oh.
And she's gonna go. We've already bought our tickets for Saturday night, and she's gonna dress up as well, of course. I mean,
Of course.
she has like 400 outfits.
Yeah.
But
Y'all,
I'm gonna go.
This girl is literally, I'm not even joking, she is a professional mermaid.
Yeah.
That's her
and
job.
a true cosplayer.
She
I think
actually
she had,
gets
like-
hired to go places wearing a fin
Yeah.
and swim around.
I mean, for Dragon Con, she had like 4 or 5 different outfits.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, who does that? Apparently Cindy. Hi, Harry.
Hi, Harry. Yeah. So.
But yeah, she's going to go with me, so that'll be fun. I've got to go get an official witch's hat because my dress, it has a hood, it has like just a flat hood.
I have a
Which
leopard skin one.
I don't think that part. But no,
You don't want the leopard skin?
I'm gonna go up to I mean, there's you can get a black witch's hat anywhere for next to nothing. But if you want anything specialized, it ends up costing you like 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks or more, right? So what I'm gonna do, because I am not only crafty and creative, but I'm also cheap. I'm gonna go get a standard old witch's hat, and then I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna get some green netting or tulle or ribbon or whatever the fuck I can find that's green, and decorate my black witch's hat with my green shit so it'll match my dress. My dress is green and gold.
I have a Renaissance dress that I bought years and years and years and years ago, and it was very loose fitting, so I don't know if it would still fit me or not. But it was teal and black. It was beautiful.
Oh, I bet it was.
Oh yeah, it was really beautiful. I can guarantee the corset don't fit me anymore. That part don't fit me, but
Yeah.
the rest of it probably would.
Let me see. I think I have
Might.
a recent photo. Did I put it in here?
Just mixed up my first bottles of bourbon custard and the last straw. Can't wait for them to steep and try them out. Woo woo! Nice. Like to hear that, Lurden. Yeah, guys. Y'all have not been taking advantage of our overstock sale. Okay.
What? There's a sale? Tell me more.
We have all this extra concentrate. Okay. Y'all have not been taking advantage of it. You can get 30 ml bottles for $3.50. $3.50. $3.50.
Oh my god.
Okay. And we only have like 12 flavors but we have an excess amount of these 12 flavors, and they're good flavors. So, like, y'all need to buy them.
Oh, good. All right.
They're like, okay, let me see. What are they? I don't remember. Storefront. Hey, how did how did that go away? Hang on. Okay. Overstock. Here we go. I'll put the link in the room so you can go straight to it. I don't even think you need to be signed into your account to buy this stuff. Like, I mean, I would prefer it if you were signed into your account, of course, but look, all these flavors. We have Capella's Italian Lemon Sicily. I know y'all use that. Capella's New York Cheesecake. I know y'all use that. Capella's Raspberry. Flavor Arts Bergamot. Flavor Art Cucumber. Flavor Art Fuji Apple. Flavor Art Passion Fruit. Flavor West Hazelnut. TFA's Black Honey. TFA Mild Black. TFA Papaya. And TFA Pistachio. Like, tree fitty. Seriously, people.
Oh, yeah, wait, no.
Except for one. One is a different price, I think. Yeah, the Flavor West is only $2.50.
What?
Yeah, the hazelnut, Flavor West hazelnut is only $2.50 for a 30 ml bottle. We gotta get it
down with that.
Out of here. We gotta move it. Get it out of here.
We got to move it.
Move it. Got to move it.
Still looking for my picture. I don't know.
Made a lemon cheesecake custard. Nice. See, you could get some raspberry and make a raspberry cheesecake custard.
Sorry, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Oh, okay. You don't like raspberry?
I can't stand a raspberry.
I don't like raspberry either. I really don't. It's the only reason I don't like Aries Ram. Like, you guys love Aries Ram. But I don't care for Aries Ram because of that raspberry. I can't take it.
Yep, I'm the same way. And I mean, there are plenty of people who will swear by a white chocolate raspberry anything. I can't do it.
Now, I will say I did pick up from Subway. Um, they have a raspberry cheesecake cookie. And so mom had wanted Subway, and I thought she'd like some cookies, so I picked up a 6 pack of cookies, right? And
Mm,
I don't care what y'all say, I like oatmeal raisin cookies, okay? I
those
like
are
them.
awesome,
I love oatmeal raisin cookies.
especially if they're soft and chewy.
Right?
Oh, the
Oatmeal
bomb.
raisin cookies rock. Okay. So, um, so I got 2 of those and I got 2 chocolate chips and I thought, what will she like? I was like, so the other choices were raspberry cheesecake or white chocolate macadamia. And could have swore she did not care for the white chocolate. She likes macadamia nut, but the white chocolate she didn't. So I was like, okay, well, we'll go with the raspberry cheesecake because she likes raspberry. And she was all like, oh, no, you can have those. I was like, oh, come on. So we each had one, but I took a taste of it and I went, oh, well, that would just be delightful in coffee. Like dip that thing in coffee and take and yeah, I did. I had some coffee and ooh, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Homemade ones are good. I mean, yeah. I mean, have you ever had the ones at Subway? The ones at Subway are pretty homemadey tasting. Um, they are
Indeed.
not the store-bought, crumbly, dry-ass, nasty-ass cookies. But yeah, I like me some oatmeal raisin cookies. Seems like everybody hates oatmeal raisin cookies, but I like them.
I do too.
I knew there was a reason we were friends.
That's just one. Just one.
The roots to my edgy. Or
Indeed.
the edgy to my Ruth. That was it. Edgy to my Ruth.
It's all good. All right, I'm going to send you a picture of my dress.
Ooh! Okay. Doing!
Ding!
You look so pretty. You're wearing a mask? Did you
Well,
go
it
recently?
was in the spring of this year.
Oh, I didn't know you went that recently.
Mm-hmm.
All right, smart selection. Oh, you look so pretty.
But yeah, that is the outfit that I'll be wearing next weekend.
Well, make sure that your mask is green because you need to match. That does not match.
Well, I understand. But yeah, I've got to get a witch's hat. And actually, I'm going to have on face makeup, so there will not be a mask, but I am fully vaccinated, so I'm fine.
Oh, okay. There you go. I like
yeah.
it.
So
You're
yeah.
not hot as hell in that thing?
Mm-mm.
Whew.
No, it's actually pretty thin, believe it or not.
Whew.
Now that was, I think that was like opening weekend.
But that was earlier this year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, why does it need to be altered? It looks like it fits you fine.
No, it altered before. She altered it a couple years ago when I got it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, she had to shorten the sleeves because the sleeves went to like here.
I think they're supposed to.
No. It was like way beyond my hand.
Lucy, what's up?
Hi, Lucy.
Well, you look very beautiful in it.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I gotta get me a hat. I make my witch's hat out of it.
It have a hood? Looked like it had a hood.
It does. It has a little hood, but it stays flat. It doesn't come over like a scary hood or anything. I wonder. I think I took a picture of my face makeup the year that I went with that dress. Hang on, let me look. I'm pretty sure I've got it in here.
So yeah, guys, overstock sale until supplies, and y'all are not taking advantage of this. Like seriously, that's some cheap ass flavoring, guys. Cheap ass name brand flavoring. Go get you some.
Right. So what you waiting on?
Talking to you too, bitch.
Hey, I'm full. I got you before the sale. Ah, there it is.
The Fort Collins customer. How you doing?
Copy. You'll like this.
Okay.
This was me with my Halloween makeup on.
Oh, I've seen that. I will share that though, because you look divine.
I am fierce.
You look fierce. You do look fierce. You look
Although it's funny
wonderful.
with the flash of the light, it looks like I don't really have my face makeup on, but I was
Oh,
like
yes, it does.
green.
No, it looks like you have face makeup on. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Look at her. Look at her with that metallic green lipstick. Yes. Your fake
You know what that
eyelashes.
is? That is black lipstick with this this gloss coating. It was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I will be doing that again.
Nice.
Because I still have plenty of the green. Although I think I'm going to do it up a little bit more. I think I'm going to do, instead of being like with all the glittery stuff, I think I'm going to do more of a dead look.
Oh.
Like a dead witch look.
Okay.
I might even do like a half skeleton face, maybe.
Oh, okay.
A witch skeleton. I don't know.
Like a zombie witch.
Maybe.
Like a zombie witch. Nice.
Yeah. I've got to do something because Jennifer's already talking about wanting to stop and eat on the way. So I got to do something like really, really.
Well, you know she's going to go off over the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have no doubt. There's no telling who I will be picking up that day. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know if you know this about me or not, but back when I met your husband, is when I was working with the Douglasville JCs and actually working in haunted houses.
Okay.
And so I have been everything from a guide to a monster to a behind the scenes person. I love working in haunted houses. There's nothing in the world more fun to me than scaring the shit out of somebody. Especially if that somebody is a 6'5" brawny football player. They scream like a little girl. I will never forget. We're in this itty bitty hallway, right? Solid black walls. Well, obviously they're not solid because it's a haunted house.
Oh, I don't know, Lucy. Some people might disagree with you on that. I mean, I understand it's a pain in the ass, but
yeah. But
when else do you use glitter?
The guide at the end of this hallway has his flashlight on and is pointing it up and down this way at all the people so that he screws up their night vision, right?
Okay.
After he does this, we have a guy who can throw his voice. And the guy comes in behind where the flashlight is happening. And I don't know what it was. He said something, ooey gooey, whatever.
Ooey gooey.
And it goes down this thin hallway. And it's a group of football players, basically. And their little, cheerleader girlfriend. 3 of the football players jumped so far back, they hit the wall next to them, which then, because it's nothing but like cardboard walls,
right,
it caved in the wall this way and it started coming down. So the 2 guides, one in front, one in back, are holding the wall up where these little girls had backed up into it and started knocking.
These little girls.
Exactly. Oh my God. I lost a kidney that day. It was hilarious. And what's even funnier is on the other side of this wall was one of our actors who was chained up to the wall. And so she was all kinds of fucked up by the time we got over there. Because that was the next room we went into. Oh my God, that was so much fun. If you've never worked in a haunted house, you've got to. One
I have
time,
not. No, I
just
haven't.
go do it. It is so much fun because you know what's about to happen. And that's the best part of scary stuff is when you already know, right? So you're sitting there, this one where I was a monster, I had taken silly string and I had covered myself in silly string. And I looked like cousin It with silly string, right? And and we're in this really dark fog everywhere maze, right? And I had this wooden block in my hand. And so every time somebody would come around the corner, I was behind a little barricade cage thing. But every time somebody would come around the corner, I'd slam the brick or the block into the wall, which was just made of wood. So it'd be this loud wood bang right when they came around the corner. Oh, that was the best scare ever. Because every single guy in the I mean, the girls, yeah, they, whatever. But the guys, that's the best.
I
Best
think she's a
scare.
little sadistic. What do y'all think?
I
What
mean,
do
I
y'all
may
think?
or may not have had some brother trauma growing up. I'm just,
I think she's a little sadistic over here. I mean, I
oh my
could be
God.
wrong, but I mean, she seems to enjoy this a lot.
All right, so my oldest child may or may not have gotten um, a line down the middle of his face from running into a door when he got scared when he was like 2.
Lurden, are you logged into your account? And where you put the coupon code is there's two places you can put the coupon code. One is in the view cart area, and then the second is during checkout. There's a place to put the coupon code in. I'd have to go through the steps to figure out where it is, but there is a place during checkout that you can put the coupon code in. As a matter of fact, here, let me see if I can do this.
But yeah, my advice to anybody out there, if you want to have a really good time, go work in a haunted house. Just for a night. You ain't even got to do it all the time. Just do it one night.
So when you're if you're in the view cart area, there's a little radio button that says use coupon code, and you click that, and they'll give you a field to apply a coupon.
But it'll only do it if you're logged in.
No, we have guest shopping open now,
Oh, you
actually.
do? Oh.
But if you have, I mean, but you want, if you have, obviously you have an account, so log into your account because you'll get like Higgy Bucks in your order history and all that good stuff. But if you go through checkout, yep, here's guest checkout. I'm not a robot.
Are you
wait,
sure?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Oh man, okay, so the guest checkout thing has this weird business type thing. That should not be there.
David! Oh, wait, he's not here.
Yeah, I need to fix that. I have to fill out a whole bunch of crap. I think it's under payment method. There's a spot for the coupon code. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
darn thing it is.
So, but it's definitely in the view cart section where there's a little radio button that says use coupon code. Did that answer your question? Yes, he saw it. Yay!
Yay! Oh, so what I was going to tell you about the little mistake that I made. They say anything that you make, you sow a little bit of your soul into every piece you make, right?
I can see that.
And they always say that you should put in a hidden mistake so that your soul has a way of escaping.
Oh.
So I did not frog it all the way back. I left it in there. So because I mean it's not like it's very noticeable, except for somebody who's looking for it and knows where it is.
I made a sweater for Obi, and it fits him so great, and it looks so cute on him.
One other than the one that I saw?
The one that I finished that one. I gotta sew the collar down so that it looks like a turtleneck because it won't stay that way on its own. and I got to weave it in the ends. But yeah, I tried it on him, and it looks so cute.
Yeah.
And he looks so adorable in it.
Oh,
So I'm like, okay, now I know how to make a sweater for Ovi.
yay.
I mean, it took one of them giant rolls of yarn you gave me actually that plus a little extra actually to make it because he's a big dog.
Yeah.
He's I'm telling you what, man, having this dog, he's so cool. His personality is definitely starting to come out more. He's getting more playful.
Yeah.
He's getting a little more brave. He actually found I had my friend Tammy brought over a whole bunch of stuff that she couldn't use, and one of the things she brought me was a little packet of bully sticks. And the other day, just yesterday, as a matter of fact, um, yeah, I'm thinking he will want that in the wintertime, actually, Dyer, because he does have very, very short hair. Um, he wasn't even home that long by himself. David had come over here because he had to make a delivery, and then we went home. So I mean, he was home for all of maybe 30 minutes, but he had gone into this bag and he had pulled out the it was Ziploc, so I mean it was sealed, the bag of bully sticks, and I think there were only like two in it, so it wasn't that big a deal. But this is what I came home to. He did. I will show that actually. Wait, oh wait, where's? Oh no no no. I didn't save that. That's in Facebook. Let's see here. Oh God, I have to find it in my conversation with David. Oh, here it is. I have to save this to my phone right here. Save. I came home to that,
Oh my gosh.
and the bully sticks are gone.
Gone.
I think there was only two in there. There might have been three, but I mean, he wasn't even home that long to eat two of them. They are gone.
Yeah, one thing I learned about Levi is that they don't even know how strong their jaws are. They
Mm-mm.
can go through some treats real freaking quick. I used to buy them deer antlers. They love antlers.
Yeah,
I
I was
I
gonna
get
try to pick
all
up
the
some of
boys
those.
some big old fat. Either I'd go get the femur bones um, from like the Publix butcher or whatever, or I'd get them some antlers. Levi could go through his like that. I mean,
Really?
in no time. The other three would take for freaking ever to go through any kind of bone. Levi'd have his gone. I mean,
Well, the other thing that Tammy gave me was this pack. There's only five of them, but it's made with some kind of cheese, but it's like it. I don't even know what it's made. They're super 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 hard. It's
okay,
basically a chew treat, okay?
okay.
And it is. I mean, so we gave one to Obi, and he walked around the house with it in his mouth for this was weeks ago. We gave one to him, and he walked around with it in his mouth for a while, and then he decided to bury it. He hid it somewhere. All
Okay.
right, he hid it, and David said he was watching him. He knew where he hid it, but he wasn't gonna go get it. He was gonna leave it there. Maybe he wanted it later.
All right.
Well, then we shifted something around, and it sort of fell out of its hiding place, and it was just sitting there on the floor. Well, he picked it up and he started chewing on it. I was like, okay, all right. So he chewed off, and they're not that long. They're only about this big, but they're yay big around. And so he chewed on it a little bit. And he left. Well, then Fizzgig picked it up and started chewing on it.
Are you sure? You sure it was Fizzgig?
I put
Sure
her
you don't
up
have a
on
new
the
dog?
couch, and she's not a chewer, guys.
No.
She's never chewed on anything. I put her up on the couch with this cheese thing, and I know when I say cheese thing, it makes it sound like it's super soft. It's not. It's hard like a bone. Okay, I mean it. They have to chew on it, and she sat there for like an hour chewing on this thing, and I was like, what? Maybe Fizzgig was chewing on it. It wasn't Obi. But then
Weird.
she ended up uh, taking it back down on the floor, and she left it somewhere, and then Obi picked it up. They're sharing it. They are sharing it, okay? And then so he started chewing on it, and he chewed on it for a while, and he got it down to about yay big, and I thought, you know what, that's a choking hazard. So I got it away from him, and I gave that to Fizzgig, and she sat on the couch and chewed on it for some more, and I gave him a fresh one. So now they each have their own chew sticks.
Yeah, they'll switch off if they're
It's
anything like.
I have to take a picture of it and post it because it's called I can't remember what it's called now. It's called like I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. All I know is that it doesn't say Nylabone on it. It said something about Himalayan cheese something and lime. There's like Himalayan cheese and lime in this thing. I could look at the ingredients and it didn't say anything about Nylabone. I know Nylabone is definitely better than rawhide, um, but I mean, obviously he's enjoying having something to chew on.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and
that'll help not only stimulate his gums and keep his teeth healthy, but it'll also keep him from getting bored
right,
because they get
and
bored
he
quick.
has not exhibited even a little bit, except for this that I just showed you guys. With the exception of this that happened last night, he has not shown the least bit inclinations to chew on anything or tear anything up or get into anything. Like he really hasn't. He's been a wonderful dog. He's been a really, really wonderful dog. He did do this thing though. I think it was Wednesday night. For the first time ever, um, David was already at home because he works from home now, and Mom and I pulled up, and I heard a dog barking, and I was like, "That's coming from inside the house." I said, "This is not Fizzgig. Fizzgig will bark when she sees me pull up, but Obi doesn't. Obi has not barked at all. He just growled a few times. He's not barked." And I was like, "That is Obi barking." So I locked the car up and I went to unlock the front door and I looked in the window there and he's just sitting there standing there next to David at on the recliner, roof, roof, just barking his head off. And I'm going, "What? I have a barking dog."
You did that, and you woke Marley up. Now Marley's all going. "Burr, burr."
Roof, 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 brrr. I cannot get him to howl though. I've tried.
What
I
is
have
it?
tried. It might still happen, but I have tried to get him to howl and it's not working.
No,
Mm-mm.
some just don't. No,
I mean, I can get Fizzgig to howl. I really have to kind of wind her up to do it, but I can get her to howl. Usually when she's really excited, and I'll start howling, and then she'll kind of work her way up to it. I can tell she's thinking about it when she's just going.
mm-hmm. Oh, and I can get Levi to howl real quick. All I got to do is play the siren of an ambulance or a police car.
Oh
He
yeah.
cannot stand a siren. If he can hear it at all, he is gonna start wailing. It's ridiculous.
The first time I ever heard Fizzgig howl was I accidentally set the house alarm off in my house. And she just like she kind of freaked out for a minute, and then she just heard, and she was really young at the time too. She's like less than a year old, and so I mean, 6-month-old Shih Tzu, right? Who just sort of like freaked out for a second, and then just went. "Arr!" And it was the cutest thing
That's awesome.
ever.
I could definitely see her doing that.
But then the next time my house alarm went off, she didn't do it. She's like, "Oh, I freaked out about it once, but that's it. I'm over it."
Yeah, no, Levi. And it's funny when we first got Levi, he would bark at the lawn uh, equipment. Like we'd send Tyler out to cut the grass, and Levi would be out there. He would stand in front of the lawnmower, backing up as he went, just barking his head off at it. He was telling that lawnmower that, "Damn it, this is my grass. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you ain't cutting my grass." And we were cracking up. Like at one point, Tyler had to turn the motor off because he was laughing so hard he thought he was going to run over him. But yeah, he can't stand a running lawnmower, that's for sure. think he's okay with a vacuum. He didn't have any problems with vacuums, I don't think.
I ran the vacuum, and they didn't like it, but they didn't like howl or bark or snarl at it or anything. I mean, Fizzgig is, she's kind of a wuss
It's good.
anyway, so.
Yeah.
But Obi was just kind of like, yeah, I'm not cool with that. Just like, yeah, keep that away from me.
Yeah. All right. Woohoo!
It's such a pretty color too. Is that kind of a lilac color or is it straight up pink?
No, it's baby pink.
Baby pink, straight up pink.
If I can get it closer.
I love that stitch. That's
Isn't
gorgeous.
that pretty?
I need to learn
And
that stitch.
it's the same on both sides.
I know. That's what, you know what? That is the one thing I really, 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 really dig about crochet. I don't know how it does that, but it's the same on both sides.
Well,
It's not that way with knitting, guys.
What's fun is the stitches
Definitely a
where
front and a
it's
back.
completely opposite on the other side, like the waffle stitch. Echo, quit trying to break out of jail, bitch. What's wrong with you? I got the doors open, so I got those cat gates up.
Okay.
And he's trying to knock the little hook up. Little fucker. Anyway, yeah, the waffle stitch, it looks waffly on one side, but on the other side, it's the exact opposite. The waffles are going in instead of popping out, so it looks a little bit different.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
the Huskies have woken up.
I know they howl.
That's exactly what's happening right now. Whiskey is right down there right now going.
I know huskies howl. They like to howl.
Although Bear doesn't. Bear
Really?
never makes a sound. He's never barked. He's never howled. He's never done anything.
Generally, they are very talkative creatures.
Remember, he's the Zeta.
Oh, right.
Beyond the Omega, he is the anti-alpha dog. As anti as he can be. He never makes a sound.
Gotcha.
And anybody who gets near him, he just rolls over onto his back.
I mean, I cannot figure out. I don't know. There's got to be a trick that I'm not seeing with Obi, because when we go outside, I mean, oh my gosh, the other day, was it yesterday? The day before yesterday. Anyway, it was someday this week. David was running late and he didn't have time to walk Obi, so I got up to walk him, and so I took him outside, and I was like, it's just gonna be a quick walk, because I wasn't, really wasn't ready to even get up yet. And we walked around the back of the house, and there was a cat that was sitting in the shade of the trees in my backyard.
Okay.
And as soon as we rounded that corner and that cat was there, I was like, oh shit. And there's Obi. I mean, he's just at that, that pit bull stance, right? Yeah. When their back legs kind of become one with their spine.
Yeah.
And that cat had jumped up and ran onto our back porch, and he was all like, oh no, we're going after that cat. And I'm like, no, we are not going after that cat. And when he sees other dogs, and especially when he sees cats too, and so what is it about Fizzgig that he took to her immediately? I mean, it was like a
family. I mean,
but he took to her from minute one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was because we were inside, or because maybe, there weren't any leashes involved, maybe, or, well, I mean, I think he was on a leash, but, David had Fizzgig, up on the chair and was keeping her protected, but, I mean, no, there was no confrontation between the two of them whatsoever.
No,
from minute one.
They all instantly know, like, who the family is. Either by your reaction around them, or just by the other animal's general reaction, because normally a dog in their own home is not going to go on the offensive unless, there's an issue.
Well, now my friend Denise wanted to stay the night, and she's got a new cat, so she brought her cat, and the cat came in a carrier, and she took the cat out of the carrier, and she was holding the cat, and Obi came up to sniff, and I don't know, I can't remember what happened first, but I know the cat struck out. Obi started growling. We had to pull him back. We separated. I mean, he scratched the shit out of my friend Denise.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever we did there, that was wrong. I don't know, maybe we should just let the cat down and to walk around and investigate on his own.
Well, the cat too was in a new environment, so
Cat
he's
was.
already on the offensive, just waiting on something to happen,
Yeah.
or defensive, just waiting on something to happen.
I don't
So
know. Cats are pretty offensive.
usually, yeah, don't know it.
I mean, yeah, he tore up Denise's hand too. So we put the cat in her room and in the guest room where Denise was sleeping and just let him stay up there. She just went up there every once in a while and spent some time with him. But I
Yeah,
mean, he was fine. He was
right.
fine. He had a window to
Yeah.
look out. He was fine. He's a cat.
Um,
But I guess because I mean, we were told initially that he likes cats, but all evidence to the contrary. Because now every single time he goes outside, he has to look underneath my car because I guess he saw that cat underneath there at some point, and now he believes the cat lives under there, and so
right.
he checks underneath my car every time, like because he knows that cat's underneath there.
Makes perfect sense.
And this cat, it was funny. Apparently, this cat has it's been a bit of a problem because David's like, he goes, "Was it that gray cat?" And I went, "Yeah, it was a gray cat." How'd you know? I said, "It's because it's not a Himalayan cat, but it's colored like a Himalayan cat with like a light gray body and like a dark gray face and dark gray feet and a dark gray tip of the tail."
Okay.
But it's a regular tomcat. I mean, it looks like it has a regular cat's face. It's not a flat face like a Himalayan, but it's very
Right.
fluffy like a Himalayan with the same type of markings.
So some kind of mix.
And yeah, he's like, oh, he goes, that cat is OB's nemesis because that cat is always in our yard, and OB's always trying to go after that cat.
That's funny. Oh, I meant to tell you. You know how Mom and I have been window shopping on Zillow, right? For
Hmm.
our house.
Shut up! You're not moving.
Well, we finally found the drawback of doing this because we just found the perfect house.
No, you move. Somebody
Well,
else is gonna buy it. It's not gonna be available.
exactly. I mean, we can't move right now.
Nope.
Um, and with the market the way it is, there's no way this house is staying unsold. But yeah, we just found the perfect freaking house. And I'm like, God. I mean, literally, it hits every single check mark that we wanted. The only exception is it didn't already have a pool in there. But it had the whole separate in-law suite
Are you
with a
looking for
locking
a
door.
house with a pool?
It's an option. It's not a must-have, but it's a want. Um, just because she and I both love the water so much that, yeah, we'd love to have one. Um, but yeah, no, it had a whole in-law suite already set up with a locking door, like so you could keep it separate. Um, and then the main house had 3 full bedrooms, 2 full baths, huge ass kitchen, all of it. It had everything. It had fenced in yard. It had the lanai. It had it all.
A what?
Lanai.
What's a
It,
lanai?
it's kind of like a screened in porch, but
Oh, a sunroom?
sort
Well,
of.
no, that's not a sunroom. Sunrooms
I
are
mean,
usually
it's the
glassed
same
off.
kind of thing. The only difference between a screened in porch and a lanai is the lanai is actually part of the house with it just happens to have screens instead of walls. Does that make sense? So a
Okay.
screened-in porch is an add-on to your house.
Yes, I have a screened-in porch.
Right. This would be if your dining room had a screen instead of a wall. That's a lanai.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the house has to be closed off, though.
Well, yeah, it has that the wall back there. The wall's been moved or was built that way, but it's not an addition to the house. It's actually part of the house structure.
Okay.
Yeah, a
With
Hawaii
a window, it's
sunroom.
a
Is that what it's
bedroom.
called?
How's it spelled? I gotta look this up.
Lanai.
Lanai. That is a island in Hawaii.
Well, okay, but it's also
Ah, here we go. What is a lanai? Lanai versus porch versus patio.
there. You go.
Look at that.
We're educational people. We're educational.
Google is your friend. All right. All right, so let's see. It says, da, 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 da. All right, da, da, da. When the blue skies of summer arrive, it's only natural to want to enjoy them. Yes, sometimes that can be a challenge. Perhaps the weather's accompanying humidity is much too high. Orchestra of bugs are out en masse. Blah, 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 blah. If you're asking what is a lanai, then pour yourself a glass of lemonade and read on for more details. Okay. Since Hawaii is a place of endless summer, it's no surprise that its residential and commercial architecture commonly feature a lanai. They first appeared in the mid-19th century, have since been embraced other warm climates like Florida, California. Much like a porch, it has a roofed entrance, but more than one wall are open to the elements. What's the difference between a lanai and a porch? Lanais often open up into wider living spaces, so it wouldn't be entirely incorrect to relate them to covered patios or verandas as well. Their main draw is that they make it possible to enjoy the outdoors year-round. Screened lanais can keep out bugs, and paneled lanais, which either come in glass or plastic and can be removed, can regulate the temperature once the weather cools. Lastly, an under-truss lanai means it was built under a home's existing footprint and its enclosure screens are secured to the roof. When severe
Okay, so
storms are
I
in the
wasn't exactly right.
when severe storms are in the forecast, this option can make having a lanai safer. Most lanais have enough space for furniture, sets, greenery, and even ceiling fans to their living room that's always on vacation. But that sounds like what I have.
Well, I've actually never been out onto your back in your backyard at all, so it could very well be.
I mean, I definitely built it onto the house. It is an addition, but it has a roof, it has ceiling fans, and it has screens. And it has a double French doors that go out to the backyard. It has, I mean, it's got a half wall that only comes up like three or four, siding
Yeah,
panels, and then
yeah.
the rest of it's screened. And it's got a ceramic floor, and it just
Okay.
sounds like what I have. I mean, you have to open my
Yep.
sliding glass door to get to it.
Yeah, but I mean, you would a lanai as well. Um, yeah, I guess it's probably interchangeable.
Well, awesome, Lurden. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, now see, I just looked one up that said, "What's the difference between a lanai and a sunroom?" And it says the lanai is built under the residential home's existing structure. In some areas, the lanai is a roofed structure with open sides that is located adjacent to a residential home. Sunroom, on the other hand, pertains to the glass enclosure that bridges the indoor and outdoor living areas.
Well, a sunroom, though, can be part of the climate controlled house. Like,
Right.
I mean, I've been in apartments that have what they called a sunroom, and it was just basically an area that's usually adjacent to the living room that has a lot of windows in it. And yeah.
Oh, here's another one. So, a sunroom is a fully insulated room that adds square footage to your home. Lanais are enclosed screen rooms with a roof.
So what is the difference between a
So,
lanai and a screened-in porch?
So yeah, I think those are basically the same. I think
Okay.
at least it certainly
Because
sounds like.
this made it sound too. It said, for starters, the national average to construct a screened-in Lanai costs between 13 and 1700. Bullshit. Because I paid about 10,000 for mine. Just saying. Well, I had to lay concrete, and they laid concrete, and then they built the structure, and I mean, yeah, it was, yeah, mine cost 10,000. So,
Okay.
oh, Dyer Thing says the difference between a lanai and a screened-in porch is being southern.
Yeah, probably. Here's I finally found a site that actually says it. It says where it says what is a lanai or lanai, whatever. Um, the word describes an exterior space with a hard surface floor that is typically set up like an outdoor room. In the right circumstances, porches, patios, and verandas could all be labeled lanais. So there you go.
Yeah, next time you come over, you'll have to step out and see my screened-in porch. I mean, I paid $10,000 for it, so.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? Guys, the humidity in the South, as we've pointed out, is super crazy, right? So I have two ceiling fans out there, but their slats have drooped like this.
They're what?
Their slats, what do you call them? The legs of a fan. The what do you call them?
Blades?
The blades. Yes,
Yeah.
they now droop like this. They still work. I mean, they're not. They've drooped extremely uniformly. So when you turn them on, they spin. They don't wobble or anything.
Okay.
But they look like flowers.
Aw. You should paint them.
They look like upside down flowers.
You should totally paint them yellow and have the brown middle. Oh my God, it would be a sunflower.
You'll see. Next time you come over, you'll have to remember to
Okay.
take a step outside and see these fans. They are hilarious looking because I mean, it's not just like a little bit. I mean, they are like boom. I mean,
Yeah.
they oh, it's terrible.
All right. So it started getting hot all of a sudden. What's going on? I didn't eat nothing. Let's go find out.
So, wow, I can say I have a Lanai.
Yeah.
Lanai. Lanai. How do we pronounce it?
Well, find out.
Right? Let's ask Google. How to pronounce. Here we go.
Lanai,
Lanai.
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 Ooh, look at that blood sugar down at 109. Thank goodness.
Nice, girl. You go get it.
Did you see my post about my numbers?
I did. About your A1C.
So happy.
Yay.
Do you know if it drops below 6.5 that I can no longer be considered diabetic? I am then pre-diabetic.
What?
Or in my case, wouldn't it be post-diabetic? Anyway.
Well, you could probably pretty easily slip back into being diabetic.
Well, true.
So,
But if I can get it below 5, I'm just normal. Can you imagine me normal?
No. No. That does not happen.
But yeah.
Yes. Scuba. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That was really, really sad. Actually, Sweet Melissa Sweet Melissa stopped by here last Friday. That's why I didn't do my show last Friday because she was here. Um, she was moving her son and his girlfriend to her mother's house in Alabama, and not her mother's, but the girlfriend's mother's house in Alabama. And they stopped by here, and we went out for some Tipsy Pig barbecue. And yeah, I made some juice for them, and they had some coffee, and it was a very fun time. But she told me like the next day, she goes, "Oh my God, did you hear about William from Mad Cat?" And I was like, "No." And so yeah, apparently they do have electricity in Alabama. You know what? You have not been out of the South for long enough to start making Alabama jokes.
You really hadn't. You really hadn't.
And I thought you guys were supposed to come and visit. You have to meet Obi. He's so cool. He's such
Oh, I
a
meant to ask you, have you been present for any Zoomies?
I missed. Where was I? I was out. Oh, what was I? He did the Zoomies for David and Mom, and I
Right,
don't know where
right.
I was, and I missed it. I couldn't believe I missed his first Zoomies. And I haven't. He's kind of like run across the house, but he hasn't done like Zoomies. I still have not seen
Okay.
the Zoomies. Like
It's coming, I promise.
he does this really cute thing, which I think was it you? Was it you or somebody else told me I needed to not let him do it, but it's so cute.
Oh, the nipping?
No,
Yeah.
no, no, it's not. He doesn't nip. Okay, when he's really excited to see you, or if he doesn't want you to go, he just very, very, very gently just takes the very, very edge of your shirt or your dress and just it just holds on to it. And it's so cute. When I walk in the door, it's like I don't even know he's doing it because like he'll take out like yesterday I had a dress on and I walked in the door and he just grabbed onto a very tiny part of it with his teeth and I was walking along and I went to turn the corner and I realized that I was tethered and I was like, dude, he's just so excited to see you and it's just so cute. And I know I'm not
Yeah,
supposed
until
to let
he
him do it.
accidentally pulls a hole in one.
Oh, but it's so cute. But he's so gentle about it.
I know. I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. But he's so
They don't
cute.
know how strong they are.
He really doesn't. No, actually, I think he does.
Yeah.
Because he's so gentle. You know, David gets to playing with him. He'll put his whole damn arm in his mouth, and I'm like, don't do that. He's like, but look how gentle he is. I'm like, but don't do
Yeah,
that.
see, that's how most of our dogs are. They're like, yeah. Like, seriously?
I'm doing a lot more work than I was before, so both of us getting time off is kind of hard. I get it. I get it. I get it. But you did say y'all were coming down here soon, so let me know because Obi wants to meet you. Oh, but don't come the 9th and 10th. I'm gonna be in Savannah again. My niece is having a baby shower.
Now make it a baby blanket.
She's making a baby blanket for Miss Taylor and her baby Allie Mae. Um, but yeah, because she met Taylor when we were down there a couple weeks ago, and so she's
You
very
know what?
excited.
I think what I'm going to do with this, since I have so much of this yarn in lavender, I think I'm going to make the border lavender.
Ooh.
I may even make like a stripe in the middle.
Ooh.
Maybe.
So don't come in 2 weeks. Don't come in 2 weeks because I gotta be down. I'm only gonna be overnight though. I'm not gonna stay. We're not gonna stay that long. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. If it was closer, I would do it in one day, but 4.5 hours is a bit far to drive one way, both back in the same day.
Amen.
So, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to the beach. I thought they moved it to Sunday. It's supposed to be Saturday, and they moved it to Sunday.
Well, then go early Saturday morning. You can spend all day Saturday at the beach.
I know.
I
It's nine
mean, yeah, it
hours.
don't take but a couple hours.
I know. I really do want to. I mean, I guess the beach doesn't really close.
No, it doesn't. You leave Saturday morning, you go check into your
Well,
hotel.
yeah, 4.5 is no problem to do in a day, but it is a bit of it's a bit rough to do, like to drive 4 hours somewhere, do what you got to do, and then drive 4.5 hours back, like in the same day. Like that's rough.
Yeah.
You know, we do it to Alabama all the time. It's like 2.5 to 3 hours to go to his parents' house, and we'll do that like for Thanksgiving. We'll get up early and we'll drive out there, and be out there by like 11 o'clock, noonish, have Thanksgiving and then like leave at like 7 and then come home at 10, be home by 10. And so I'm like, that's fine. But to 4.5 is a little rough to do there and back in the same day. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. It's like going to mom's. She's 3.5 hours away. I've had to do that in a day.
Yeah, that's definitely pushing it. I mean, like I said, going to his parents' house, I can handle that. We've done that plenty of times, and it's not that taxing.
Right.
Because like I said, it's about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 if you run into a little traffic. But yeah, that's pushing it. Any further than that in a day, no, you got to spend the night.
Yeah.
You got to spend the night.
Agreed.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. If I get down there early enough, like, maybe like 1 or 2, I could sneak over to the beach. But mom doesn't want to go, and I don't want to go by myself.
Shoot, I would take that time to go down. You ain't even got to get in the water. Just wear shorts or capris and walk in the water. You know what I mean? Walk along the surf, get some of that going on.
Yeah.
Therapy, baby.
I know. You got me bit by the bug. I really liked it.
I'm glad.
But if I go by myself, I'm gonna be like worried about my shit and like,
Don't take shit.
Don't take shit.
Seriously, like, don't even put your suit on. Just go down there and just walk along the shore, walk up and down, people watch. Don't have to take a thing. Have a towel in the car for when you get back.
You got a point. You got a point. I kind of want to go in the water though. It might be a little cold by then though. I don't know. 2 weeks, halfway through October.
No.
Hi!
Holy snikes. Dadgum, that was loud. I don't even know where the volume. Whoa.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like blow
Usually
out
I'm
your
like,
ears.
I can't even hear Jen, but yeah.
What? Can't hear me?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean, no, you talk normal most of the time, but then you'll start to whisper, and then you'll get right back loud again. And I'm like, what the heck? I
did not
don't
know
know
that.
if you really mumble. You don't notice that?
No.
Watch any of the older shows. You'll be talking, and then you'll go, well, but I really wasn't trying to. And then you get really back loud again. I'm like, what the heck was that? I don't know what she just said.
I was trying to be dramatic for effect.
Oh, okay. That works.
I was trying, yeah. Oh gosh, somebody posted in. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I gotta go. But I was saying somebody posted in the Pitbull group that I'm in. Said, does anybody else have a dramatic pity? And I went. So I was like, well, mine climbs up on the couch and saddles up next to you, and then he just collapses all 65 pounds onto you like this, like he just had the roughest day ever. He has such a rough life. I got like 6 laughs on that one. Like, shame on you for not understanding how much effort it takes to get up on the couch.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna run my outro, guys. You guys head on over to HTTP.
Hey, we're going to Atlanta in October, right? I mean,
something like that.
Okay. Well,
yes.
Jen's saying don't come in 2 weeks, so I
okay.
Don't know.
Well, the 9th and the 10th.
Y'all are gonna have to send us a schedule because Kyle's got a schedule. Y'all got a schedule. I gotta.
Yeah.
You know what? If you have to come the 9th and 10th, I mean that's fine. But I'm gonna be down in Savannah for the 9th and 10th.
Oh darn! You'll just have to see me.
That's
Right?
fine. We'll see Peaches.
Okay, I'm gonna play my outro. Scuba's got a show to do. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Adios.
It was fun to watch her game.
No, but this is like such cool music.
Here, you want to see?
could adjust your camera and shit without like being on screen.
Oh, well,
You can do it in